It's one of the smartest campers released in years. This is the NTB Hayate, built on Isuzu's new Travio platform. Isuzu didn't adapt an old truck or recycle an existing van. They built a new chassis specifically for campers, and this is what happens when it's done right. From the very first look, and especially once it's moving, you can tell this camper was designed as a complete system. The size makes sense. The weight feels right. Nothing here feels like a compromise. The Travio platform is based on the Isuzu Elf Mio, but this is a purpose-built camper chassis, lighter, narrower, and far easier to handle than traditional cabcon campers. At just 1,770 millimeters wide and under 5 meters long, it fits in normal parking spaces. It turns tighter than most motorhomes, and it stays under 3.5 tons, so no special license is required. And that's just the foundation. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly why the NTB Hayate feels so different, how the new Travio platform transforms the driving experience, and whether this compact camper actually makes more sense than the bigger, heavier options people are used to. For years, most Japanese cabcon campers have relied on the same familiar base vehicles. Reliable, yes, but heavy, wide, and never truly designed for modern camper needs. The Travio changes that. It's based on the Isuzu Elf Mio, but this isn't just a rebadge. It's a newly developed camper-focused chassis with compact dimensions, improved maneuverability, and weight optimization built into its DNA. The first thing that immediately stands out is size. The overall width is just 1,770 millimeters. The total length is 4,930 millimeters. That's under 5 meters. That means it fits cleanly into standard parking spaces. No overhang anxiety. No hunting for oversized spots. This camper is designed to exist in real-world environments, not just campgrounds. Height comes in at 2,930 millimeters. Tall enough to provide a proper living space inside, but not excessively tall to the point where it feels unstable or awkward. The proportions feel intentional, not accidental. Now let's talk about the structure itself. The NTB Hayate uses a full-frame Travio chassis combined with a newly designed all-FRP camper shell. This is not just about weight reduction, it's about rigidity. FRP allows NTB to create a shell that is lightweight, strong, and resistant to long-term fatigue. Less flex, fewer rattles, better insulation, and improved durability over time. Despite being compact, the Hayate doesn't feel fragile. It feels solid. That's important because campers live hard lives. Temperature changes, constant vibration, load shifts, weak bodies don't survive long. This one is built to last. Power comes from a 1.9-liter turbo diesel engine. On paper, the maximum output is 120 horsepower, which some people might immediately dismiss. That would be a mistake. Horsepower doesn't move campers, torque does. This engine produces 320 Newton-meters of torque, and that torque delivery is the key to how this camper behaves. Pulling away from stops feels smooth and effortless. Climbing gradients doesn't require constant throttle input. Even when fully loaded, the Hayate doesn't feel strained. The engine is paired with a 6-speed automatic transmission, and the tuning here is excellent. Gear changes are smooth, well-timed, and unobtrusive. There's no hunting, no hesitation, and no harsh engagement. It feels refined, not commercial. Drive is rear-wheel drive, which is exactly what you want for a camper of this type. It keeps steering clean, improves load handling, and provides predictable traction characteristics. One of the biggest advantages of this platform is weight. The vehicle weight without options is approximately 2,760 kilograms. Even with a full passenger load, total vehicle weight stays around 3,145 kilograms. That's critical because it keeps the gross vehicle weight under 3.5 tons. Why does that matter? Because it means you can drive this camper with a standard automatic driver's license in Japan. No special licensing. No extra hurdles. That alone makes this camper accessible to a much larger audience. Fuel economy is another strong point. Before camper modification, the Travio platform achieves approximately 13.6 kilometers per liter in JC08 mode and around 10.8 kilometers per liter in WLTC mode. For a diesel cabcon camper, those numbers are very respectable. The fuel tank capacity is 70 liters, which provides a solid driving range. There's also a 14-liter AdBlue tank to support modern emission systems. Now let's talk about driving feel, because this is where the Hayate really surprises people. The steering is light, precise, and predictable. You don't feel like you're wrestling a truck. You feel like you're driving a well-balanced vehicle. The compact width gives you immediate confidence on narrow streets, tight turns, and urban roads. The minimum turning radius is just 4.4 meters. That's incredibly tight for a camper. It makes U-turns easier, parking simpler, and maneuvering in confined spaces far less stressful. Suspension tuning is clearly a priority here. NTB didn't just accept factory settings and call it a day. The rear leaf springs and shock absorbers are specifically designed and tuned for camper use. The result is a ride that's comfortable without being sloppy. Road impacts are absorbed cleanly. Sharp bumps don't transmit harshness into the cabin. At the same time, the vehicle remains stable and composed, even when changing lanes or navigating curves. The double rear tire setup adds another layer of stability. It improves load distribution and keeps the rear end planted. Despite this, the ride doesn't feel stiff or overly commercial. That balance is hard to achieve, and NTB has done it well. Now let's move inside, because this is where compact campers often struggle, and where the Hayate quietly excels. As soon as you step inside, you're greeted by a face-to-face dinette layout. This is the heart of the living space. For people can sit comfortably here, with good legroom and headroom. The seating position feels natural, not cramped or forced. Seating capacity for the entire vehicle is rated at 7 people. That's impressive given the exterior dimensions. This isn't just a two-person camper pretending to be bigger than it is. Interior height plays a huge role in how the space feels. The Hayate benefits from a tall, boxy shell design that maximizes usable volume. You don't feel hunched over. You don't feel boxed in. The space feels honest. Natural light is well managed through window placement, and the interior color scheme keeps the cabin feeling bright and open. This matters more than people realize, especially during longer stays. The galley is compact but functional. It's designed for realistic use, not showroom fantasy. There's enough countertop space for basic food preparation, a sink for light washing, and storage for essentials. Everything is within easy reach. Adjacent to the galley is the multi-room. This is one of the most flexible features of the Hayate. It can be configured as a toilet room, shower space, or general storage area depending on your needs. The size is practical, not excessive. It's large enough to be useful, but not so large that it steals space from the rest of the camper. A wrap-type toilet can be installed, and the enclosure provides privacy when needed. At the rear of the camper, the sleeping arrangements come into focus. This is where NTB has been very clever with space. The Hayate offers 3 separate sleeping zones. First is the bunk bed system. When deployed, this bed measures approximately 1,950 millimeters in length and around 1,600 millimeters in width. This is the largest sleeping surface in the camper and can comfortably accommodate adults. Next is the dinette-to-bed conversion. The seating area transforms into a sofa bed measuring about 1,800 millimeters long and 1,100 millimeters wide. For most adults up to around 170 to 180 centimeters, this is perfectly usable, especially if sleeping diagonally. Finally, there's the rear double-deck bed. This bed is narrower, around 800 millimeters wide and 1,650 millimeters long, making it ideal for children. It's a smart way to increase sleeping capacity without compromising the rest of the layout. Officially, the Hayate can sleep 5 adults and 2 children. That's impressive for a camper under 5 meters long. Storage is another area where the Hayate punches above its weight. Under the rear bed, there's a large storage compartment accessible from both inside and outside. This makes loading and unloading gear incredibly convenient. There's lighting inside the storage area, which is a small but thoughtful detail. It shows that this camper was designed by people who actually use campers. The electrical system is robust and flexible. The alternator is rated at 12 volts, 150 amps, ensuring reliable charging while driving. Battery systems can be customized, including high-capacity lithium battery setups as options. Air conditioning is available as standard equipment, which is a major advantage. Because the interior volume is compact and insulation is well executed, cooling efficiency is excellent. You don't need massive power draw to maintain a comfortable temperature. Solar panels can be added as an option, with capacity up to around 600 watts depending on configuration. This allows for extended off-grid capability when paired with a lithium battery system. Noise insulation is surprisingly good. Despite being built on a truck-derived platform, the cabin remains quiet. Road noise and engine sound are well controlled, making long drives and overnight stays more comfortable. Safety hasn't been overlooked. The Travio platform includes modern safety systems such as pre-crash braking and electronic stability control. Smartphone-linked connectivity is also available, bringing the driving experience closer to that of a modern passenger vehicle. Externally, the Hayate's design is clean and functional. LED headlights improve visibility and safety. Features like headlight washers add practicality in adverse conditions. The mirrors fold manually to reduce width when navigating tight spaces. Maintenance access is well thought out. Fuel tank, batteries, and external systems are logically placed and easy to reach. This matters for long-term ownership and real-world use. Weight distribution is carefully managed. Even at full passenger load, maximum remaining payload is approximately 345 kilograms, with the important limitation that the front axle load must not exceed 1,900 kilograms. This ensures predictable handling and long-term chassis durability. Now let's talk about value, because this camper isn't cheap. The price is approximately 9,989,511 yen including tax, excluding miscellaneous expenses. That places it firmly in the premium compact camper segment. But it's important to understand what you're paying for. You're not paying for luxury gimmicks. You're paying for engineering. A brand new platform. Purpose-built suspension tuning. Lightweight construction. Modern safety systems. Real usability. Compared to older cabcon campers built on aging platforms, the difference is immediate. The Hayate feels lighter, more agile, and far easier to live with day to day. This camper isn't trying to be the biggest or the flashiest. It's trying to be the smartest. And in many ways, it succeeds. For people who want a camper that they can actually drive comfortably, park confidently, and use realistically, the NTB Hayate makes a very strong case. It proves that compact doesn't mean compromised. It proves that modern engineering can transform the camper experience. And it proves that sometimes, less size delivers more freedom. This is not just another camper release. This is a shift in how compact cabcon campers are designed. And once you experience what the Isuzu Travio platform brings to the table, it's very hard to go back. The NTB Hayate isn't trying to be the biggest camper on the road, and that's exactly why it works. By starting with the Isuzu Travio platform and designing everything around it, weight, size, suspension, and layout, this camper delivers something most cabcon motorhomes don't: balance. It's easy to drive, easy to park, and still offers real sleeping space and real usability. If you're tired of oversized campers that feel stressful to live with, the Hayate makes a very strong argument for going compact without giving things up. It proves that modern engineering matters and that a purpose-built chassis can completely change the experience. Whether this is the right camper for you depends on how you travel, but what's clear is this: the Travio-based Hayate sets a new benchmark for compact cabcon campers. If this kind of deep, no-nonsense camper breakdown helps you, leave a like so I know to make more content like this. And if you want to see more real-world camper designs that actually make sense, subscribe and stay tuned.